Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Good evening, Braves country. Hope Tuesday is finding you well. We got a few things to get into here as your Atlanta Braves are set to take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's a 3-game series. First pitches are 6:40 tonight, 6:40 tomorrow night, and then 12:35 lunchtime edition on Thursday. Then we head off to St. Louis And those games are a little weird in their times because none of them are consistent. You get 8:15 on Friday night, 7:15 on Saturday night, and 2:15 on Sunday afternoon. And then we head to the All-Star break. Now, the way this series is lining up, as of right now, it's Waldrop versus Skeens tonight. You're going to get Jared Jones versus Garrett Holmes tomorrow, and Elder versus Mitch Keller on Thursday. Elder with plenty of rest. Remember, they skipped his start, so he'll be back on Thursday afternoon. And that will lead you into heading into the weekend where you'll get Sale on Friday, Lopez on Saturday, and Waldrop again on Sunday. Thought last night's game was a fun game. It's unfortunately, they just don't all fall your way. But the Braves still have a 3-game lead going into today's action over the Philadelphia Phillies, and that's what we'll be concentrating on. The out-of-town doubleheaders. I was looking at the schedule this week, and unfortunately, there's just not somewhere to squeeze an interesting game in because of the Braves' starts time. Their start times are just all over the place, so unless there's some kind of a rain out where there's a makeup the next day, that kind of thing, as of right now, we won't have another doubleheader. We did do a doubleheader, of course, on Monday, but going into the second part of the season, the second half of the season, what is really considered the second half of the season when you get outside the All-Star break, of course, everybody knows we're well past 81 games played, but the majority of the games we're bringing to you, in fact, all of the games we're bringing to you, I'll put it that way, are going to have something to do with the playoff hunt. It'll either be someone trying to chase down the Braves or vice versa, or some game that is very important in the playoff race. We tried to get as many teams outside of that playoff hunt in the first part of the season. Second part of the season, it's wheels up, and we are heading into the postseason, into that long stretch. And it'll be a fun second half of the season, and hopefully you'll have time just to spend a lot of time with us in these games, because there's a lot of things going on outside of baseball, outside the Atlanta Braves and their games. You're worried about who's trying to chase them down in the wild card and whatnot. The other thing you got heading your way after the All-Star break is going to be the trade deadline, which comes in the very beginning of August this year. And as we get headed towards that, we're going to be doing more content on going over some of the trade rumors and whatnot, not just during the games themselves, but we'll be doing more on that on the Braves Country today. But until we get outside of the other side of the All-Star game, you don't get any real feelers out there, so we'll set that aside for now. As far as this series is concerned, Paul Skeens, look, he has been through it. He is struggling right now, and most people would probably guess that it's like a dead arm type situation. But Paul Skeens, over his past 6 starts, has a 5.12 ERA. His four-seamer hasn't averaged more than 96 miles an hour in any of his past 3 starts. And if you look at his velo in the last 2 years, 2024 and 2025, he's been averaging 90, almost 99 in 2024 and just over 98 last year. And that was in all his starts combined. And he never averaged below 97 in any of his starts. So he's a tick down. It could just be dead arm. He might just need a break. I mean, the way the Pirates are sitting in the playoff race, I would honestly think that they would have thought about giving him extra days rest. But it is what it is, so we're going into it today. And then we also find out today that Connor Griffin has a finger injury, and they're saying he could play through it, but it sounds like he's heading to the IL. So we'll see if we see him, if at all, this series as we head into tonight's game. The Braves come in today in what is a pivotal part, because you're going to head a 6-game series heading towards the All-Star break, and you don't want to go stumbling in. Braves are 52-37 on the season, and they're going to face a Pirates team that's not exactly a pushover. They're just over 500. They're 46-45, and they are the home team. You can't expect to sweep against Pittsburgh like you used to. It used to be a foregone conclusion that you could go in if you played all the games straight, you'd have a very good chance of sweeping. But you got Skeens tonight. We'll see what Skeens we get versus Waldrop. I like our chances. It's making me more and more concerned about the usage of the bullpen. Walt Weiss is getting very, very Brian Snicker-like in the fact that he is really concerned about getting through the season, and he's not putting many miles on his relievers. And nothing's been shared that these guys are worn down, and they shouldn't be when you look at the usage they have been. So why the hell are they not being used in certain situations? You don't want to wear them out. I'm not going that route. But you also can't just pussyfoot around and let games get away from you constantly. And we saw it on Sunday when they put Carrasco in. That was an absolute disaster where he coughed up 5 runs and really put the Braves out of reach. They did end up getting back in that ball game. But because it was an offensive onslaught that ended up leading to that you cannot rely on in Major League Baseball very often. And then last night's game, and this is becoming a trend, but last night's game, Didi Fuentes pitched the 1 inning, and then they went to Lee, and then Kinley, and then Raziel Iglesias could not hold. I still go to the back end of that. If you go back to that at bat against Soto, when he fell behind 3-1, let it go. Don't screw around, which is what they did. Don't screw around and play patty cake and see if you can get him to chase something, because he left that one out over the plate getting cute, and the Braves trailed by 2. Matt Olson comes back and ties the game up with the 2-run homer, and that was great. But then you're sending a kid out there, and Owen Murphy out there for his first Major League appearance ever, and it's a little disheartening when you see that type of thing, because you know that there were other avenues we could have went, and mainly because he had a couple of days of rest, and maybe he couldn't have given you a whole lot, but you could have done one of two things. You could have went to J.R. Ritchie in theory, but if you didn't feel like you could go to J.R. Ritchie, what the hell is he doing on the roster yesterday? You promoted him yesterday. So that doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. And then the other thing you could have done is you could have been a little more aggressive and went with Iglesias for one more inning. I think he could have given it to you. You wouldn't have been able to use him for probably 1 or 2 days after that. But when you consider you're heading towards the All-Star break, let's say he goes the second inning, the Braves get the win, okay, you're at that point going to be a little more comfortable going into the road series between Pittsburgh and St. Louis, but then also you would have Iglesias bare minimum giving him a couple of days off. You'd have him by Thursday. Depending on how the games go, you may hold him off till Friday. And you could use him a couple of times again. But instead, I honestly think that Weiss is trying to... He's almost outthinking himself in some of these instances. And the way they have the bullpen set up, because of Bryce Elder taking up a spot this entire, almost a little over a week, where you can't use him because you're wanting to give him rest, and it shortens your bullpen, because we've been running a 7-man bullpen and a 6-man pitching staff, and that could be fine and dandy if that 6-man pitches, but he hasn't pitched. I'm not blaming Elder for that. I'm blaming the Brave staff for not being forward-thinking enough to realize if you are not going to be able to use J.R. Ritchie last night, he would have been the guy to go to. And if you're not going to be able to use him because you used him a few nights ago, then what the hell is he doing on the roster? Quit promoting guys that you don't think that you can use. You could have gone a number of different ways. In fact, today they ended up sending Tyler Kinley to the on the paternity list, and they're bringing Karinchak back. Well, you could have had a Karinchak on the roster yesterday, and you could have used him. So, anyways, they spit the bid on that one. He had a golden opportunity to win that series, and I put the majority on Weiss and Hefner. And then, of course, they're not the only ones involved, but they're the ones that get the glory, so they're going to get the blame. And then, once again, what is Drake Baldwin doing dialing up that pitch on a 3-1 to Juan Soto? He comes inside. That's his wheelhouse. If you're going to get him to try to chase one, use that changeup of Raziel Iglesias and try to get him to chase off the plate. He doesn't do that. Bichette gets out, and we were talking about this in real time. This isn't second guessing. If you were with us last night, we were talking about this in real time, about how you just put him on and go after Bichette. He cracks the 3-run homer. He gets Bichette out instantly after that. Now, who knows if that's how it plays out, but nonetheless, Walt Weiss has to wear that one. He should have won that series 3-4. Instead, he splits it. Okay. So we move that off to the side and we go to the Pittsburgh series. And what you're going to get from Skeens, he's a power pitcher that looks for the strikeout. I don't think he goes very far. I think the Braves are going to get some runs. Once again, Connor Griffin has a torn tendon in his left finger, and they're saying that Griffin could play through it, but it's the most likely option. He's going to sit out about a month. I don't know why the Pirates wouldn't do this. And so we'll see how that plays out. But, and let me double check real quick, because he's actually on one of my, he's on my Dynasty Fantasy team for the time being. I'll see if they've done anything. They did put him on the IL. So there you have that. So they have put him on the IL, and he will end up being out about a month. So unfortunately, we won't get a chance to watch him, and I hate that because he is a very good player that you would love to watch. But instead, we will not get a chance to see Connor Griffin play. The other situation you have going on is Grant Holmes is going to go up against Jared Jones tomorrow, and Grant Holmes, who's pitched pretty well, you don't expect him to go deep. Expect that same kind of outing from Jared Jones. Jared Jones is a kid that's coming back from injury. He's a strikeout guy just like Skeens, very electric stuff. But he has tended to struggle a little bit when you get into the later innings. Now, I'm not saying that he can't go deeper into games, but it's not expected. When you look at Jared Jones, he's coming in with a 5.28 ERA, but he is a strikeout pitcher. I mean, 29 innings, 31 strikeouts. That's all you need to know. He's averaging more than one strike, but he puts ducks on the pond. He's got a 138 whip, much higher than what you want from your starting pitcher, and a 5.28 ERA. The Braves, all in all, should be in good shape to win that game. They really should. They should be in good shape to win that game. Now, the thing about Didi Fuentes last night when they brought him in, they only brought him in the one inning. And that is what it is. And maybe they knew that Kinley was going to be leaving today and they wanted to get some usage out of him. I get that part of it. But it'll be interesting to see that with Kinley gone, will they be willing to go to Didi Fuentes at any point in time for more than one inning? Because they haven't done it in a while. When he first came up, that's what he was doing. And now they're more using him one inning at a time. Okay, you want to do that so you can treat him as a true reliever. They're not doing that. They're putting him in a game for one inning, and then you don't see him again for 3 or 4 days. That makes absolutely no sense. If you're going to bench him 3 or 4 days after he makes an appearance, then my God, go ahead and use him 2 innings. You might as well. So we'll see how that pans out. We'll see if they, hopefully, if the game's on the line tonight and they get a chance to, they'll go ahead and try to put him out there. Because you got to figure that out. You can't keep this bullpen nonsense going on where you only have available to you about 30% of your bullpen every night because you're constantly worrying about extra rest. I mean, that's getting a little out of control there. But back to the Jared Jones thing, he's a guy that, look, if you look at his usage in most of the games this year, he's going about 4 innings. He went 5 innings against Houston on June 4th, but other than that, 4 innings, 4 innings, 4 innings, 3 innings, 4 2/3 against Cincinnati June 27th, 4 innings last time out. He's only gone 5 innings one time. So it is a game that Pittsburgh's expected to have to use quite a bit of their bullpen. So keep an eye on how that affects tonight. And if Paul Skeens gets run out of the game early and doesn't go deep, and he hasn't been going deep, that could affect them on back-to-back nights like that. After that, on Thursday, they're going to be sending Mitch Keller to the bump. Real quick on Skeens, just so you get an idea of what it has looked like on a game-by-game base with Paul Skeens recently.
You know what you're eating tonight?
And his last outing, he went 4 innings and gave up 7 earned at Philly. Okay, that can be an outlier. I get that. But prior to that, against Cincinnati, he went 5 innings, 4 earned runs. And at Colorado, actually pretty decent considering they were playing in Colorado, but that offense is a little weak. You got 6 innings and 2 earned runs. At home against Miami, he went 6-2 and 6-2 before that. So it's really been the past 3 or 4 starts. So maybe it's just a hiccup, and all pitchers go through that, or it could be something leading more. You could be reading too much into the velocity being down, or it could be an actual sign of something. When we get to Thursday, it's going to be, look, there's not going to be any real excuses at that point for Bryce Elder. He's going to have plenty of rest. If he doesn't go out and perform against a Pirates offense that could put runs on the board, but he ought to be able to handle them, he's going up against Mitch Keller. Now, the veteran, the 30-year-old veteran, he has been a solid part of this rotation for quite some time. This year, he's got a 5.02 ERA. So we're going against guys that have been getting tagged recently. And in the month of June, Mitch Keller had a 6.23 ERA in 26 innings. He got smoked by the Braves in Atlanta on June 5th. He followed that up with giving up 5 runs against the Dodgers. Straighten it out a little bit, and actually, considering it's a hitter's park at Oakland or Sacramento, the Athletics only got 1 run on them, but they are up and down as far as their production. Then he gave up 3 against Seattle, which isn't too bad. And Cincinnati looked like he was starting to right the ship, went 6 and gave up 3. But then at Washington, last time out, 6 runs and 5 earned. So I kind of expect the Braves to score some runs in this series. I'm going to take the Braves to win the series. If you're asking me right now, what game am I most concerned about as far as winning, I think we're going to get tomorrow night's win. I like our chances tonight, but you just don't. If Paul Skeens comes out and he's elite Paul Skeens and the Braves make him look like Cy Young, it's going to be a tough night. Because Walt Weiss is going to use the excuse of I'm telling you, he's falling into this Brian Snicker crap where he used the excuse of, well, the bullpen's really tired and we can't do this and can't do that. Then figure it out, because you can't keep punting games. On that note, Waldrop, I expect to go at least 5, hopefully 6. And the Braves ought to get some runs on Skeens tonight. The game Thursday on Keller is the one that concerns me the most. Not that I don't think the Braves can score on Keller. I just don't know what we're going to get out of Bryce Elder. So hopefully he's beginning of the season Elder and not what we've seen the last few times. There are holes in this lineup, and now that Connor Griffin went on the IL, an even bigger hole. So this pitching staff ought to be able to work around danger and keep the scoring to a minimum. The question will be, the usage of the pen. All right, let's go ahead and get ready for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Doing this all in one fell swoop, so I'm going to go ahead and give you our pick to click tonight. I'm going to go ahead and consider the fact that Skeens is on the mound and looking at the career numbers versus Skeens, they're not great, but there's a couple of interesting things. 4 guys have never seen Skeens: Harris, Baldwin, Dubon, and Jarvis. Ozzy's 1 for 2, Olson's 0 for 3. Dominic Smith's 0 for 2. Riley's 1 for 3, and the Yaz, by the way, is 0 for 2. I normally don't double dip the chip in the same back-to-backs, but I'm going to go ahead and take Michael Harris. I think Michael Harris is going to click tonight. I believe that's who I took last night. I might be misremembering it. I usually don't like to go back-to-back, but I like Michael Harris to click tonight, and I like the Braves to put some runs on the board. Give me Atlanta 6-4.
You're in Braves country.
Down a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the Atlanta Braves are on the road again. We're set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the Diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun. It's time to chop along. Go ahead and put your game face on. Here are the starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves, it's Michael Harris II. 16 home runs, 53 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .306. Batting second, playing second, Ozzy Albies. 14 home runs, 49 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .272. Matt Olson, batting third, playing first. 24 home runs, 57 RBI, 2 stolen bases, a .273 average. Drake Baldwin is behind the plate and batting cleanup. 15 home runs, 43 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .255. Mauricio Dubon is in left field, batting fifth. 9 home runs, 48 RBI, a .270 clip with 2 stolen bases. Dominic Smith, batting sixth, the designated hitter. 6 home runs, 35 RBI, a .273 average. Austin Riley, batting seventh, playing third. 9 home runs, 41 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .208. Mike Yastrzemski is in right field with 5 home runs and 22 RBI. 1 stolen base on the year, a .226 average. Jim Jarvis is batting ninth and at short. 3 for 15 on the year is Jarvis with an RBI, a .200 average. On the mound for your Atlanta Braves, it's Hurston Waldrop Day. Waldrop Gumdrop has a .368 ERA, a .164 whip, 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, 5 walks, 1 home run, 7 hits allowed. He'll be going head-to-head with Paul Skeens, who's 6-8 with a .362 ERA, a .101 whip, 97 innings, 119 strikeouts, 76 hits allowed, 22 walks, 11 home runs served. Pittsburgh Pirates did not have their act together and get their lineup in time, so calling balls and strikes behind the plate tonight, it's Vic Carapazza. Your first base umpire, Edwin Moscaso. Second base umpire, Nick Lentz. And down the third base line, it's Hunter Wendelstedt. Game time temperatures here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 82 degrees. The wind blowing out to right field at about 6 miles an hour. Your Atlanta Braves are plus 131 on the money line. Pittsburgh Pirates minus 142. The over-under is 8. We'll go over the Pirates lineup as the game goes along. So let's get set for Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. Don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the country club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the country club. You help support the BCR.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call! You're in Braves country.
Good evening, everybody. Joyce Robledo, down in Mexico. Where you been? Sorry to hear that, Joyce. 4? Unbelievable. That is brutal. I beg your pardon, we didn't promise you a rosemary garden. Bobby B, you're the coach for me. Scotty B, good to see you. Rebecca, Uncle Charlie, Royal Peter, Justin Green Machine, let's see who else we got. Rich 22, Mark, Ricky, Ricardo, Lucy, he's home. Call 4, welcome in. KC Thinker, good to see you. Timmy Panel, Timmy. Steve Saunders. Oh, Saunderland, excuse me. The screen is so far away. I don't always get the whole name. It's a squint. And everybody loves Raymond. Good to see everybody. Let's go ahead and get set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Wall drop, gun drop versus Paul Skeens. Talking about it, Paul Skeens has been struggling quite a bit, and they've been talking about it a lot today on X and on the pregame show. So you know what that means. 12 punchies and a shutty incoming. We'll be back in a flash.
It is the American game. You see a guy hit the ball out the ballpark, and that same guy can come up tomorrow in that situation and miss the ball and lose the ball game. Can bring you up here, it can bring you down there. One thing about it, though, you know it always will be a tomorrow. You got me today, but I'm coming back.
Think about it. What is there in your life, besides your love of family maybe, that carries all the way through from almost your earliest recollections till the day you die, and you care about it in one way or another? There are very, very few things that make that list, but we have a child's interest in baseball, so it will be one of the few things in my life that I have cared about in one way or another all the way through.
There's a lot of wonderful stillness in baseball that I love. Many seconds of stillness. When the pitcher has got the sign, the batter is crouched, the ball players all lean forward with their hands on their knees, and then very shortly the ball is delivered. But in that tiny period when the pitch and the fever of the crowd is tangible, there's a moment of absolute stillness that I treasure.
The best of us keep as much of that childhood with us as we grow into adulthood as we can muster. And the most creative, the most happy, the most fortunate of us are those who don't lose the sense of play. And even after we're past the point of being able to actually play the game with any skill, if we love it, then it's like Peter Pan. We remain boys forever. We don't die.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball, no more measles, and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball!
Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag! He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
Good evening, Braves country. Let's get back on the board with the W. Get off the schneid here. This is getting gosh darn ridiculous. What are they saying, Bull Durham? It's a long season, and you got to trust it. Atlanta Braves are going to be wearing their road grays. Atlanta across the chest in red, outlined in navy. Navy ball caps. White A representing the city of Atlanta. From Boston to Milwaukee to the A. From 1871 to present day. These are your Atlanta Braves, the oldest continuous ball club in North American sports history. Pittsburgh Pirates wearing their home blacks. Pittsburgh's across the chest, written in yellow. White pants, black hat, and the yellow P, representing Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And it'll be Paul Skeens versus Waldrop Gumdrop, a rematch. A couple of guys that played against each other in the College World Series. Paul Skeens and the LSU Tigers. Knocking off Hurston Waldrop and the Florida Gators. Paul Skeens, what you'll see from him tonight is a 6-pitch mix, realistically 7. He throws the curveball just to keep you off balance at about 1% of the time. Outside of that, it's that 4-seam fastball. It's usually humming up in the upper 90s. Lately, it's been the mid-90s. Changeup 16%, sweeper 16. The sinker 12%, splitter 11, slider 6%, and the curveball 1%. And as soon as the 3D kicks in, we will bring it to you. We try to load it here. And we get a false start on the play, so we got to wait for it to come back again. Paul Skeens firing his final warm-up tosses. Let's try this one more time. There we go. Left to right across the outfield for the Buccos. It'll be Reynolds, Mangum, and Valdez around the horn, third to first. Gonzalez, Triolo, Callahan, and O'Hearn. Davis is behind the plate, and of course Skeens is on the bump. Home plate umpire Vic Carapazza, first base. Edwin Moscaso, second base. Nick Lentz. Down the third base line, it'll be Hunter Wendelstedt. And if you're ready, we're about ready. As Michael Harris is digging in on the righty-lefty matchup, the outfield back into the left, and Skeens brings it, and yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. The first pitch is up top, misses high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Turns and fires inside. Good take there by Money Mike. Ball 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Brings it. Outside wide. 3-0. Skeens having a hard time finding the strike zone to start it off here. The 3-0 pitch. Upstairs for a strike. Taken all the way was Michael. And it's 3-1. Braves nothing, Pirates nothing. Just getting going here in the bottom or top of the first inning. The 3-1 pitch. Swing. And quite a bit of behind on that one. He'll pop it up into left field. behind that fastball at 97 miles an hour. One away. One up, one down. Ozzie Albies the batter. If y'all missed the news earlier today, you didn't read the top of the chat, Tyler Kinley is on the paternity list. Karinchak took his spot as the first pitch is upstairs, outside wide to Ozzie. It's 1-0. Daysbull Hernandez was DFA'd to make room on the 40-man roster because Connor Thomas was called up. Owen Murphy sent back down. The 1-0 to Ozzie, pops it up, back out of play. That four-seamer coming in at 97 miles an hour. So the demise of Paul Skeem's arm may have been greatly exaggerated. He's been bringing it in the top 90s here to start the game. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, blew it right by him. And it's 1-2. 1-2 count, infield back and to the right. Huge hole down the left side, the third base lane. The 1-2 pitch, swing, pop up. And giving chase is Henry Davis behind the plate, but it'll bend into the seats. 1-2. The 1-2. Skeens fires it away and swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. And there's two down. Ozzie well behind that fastball. Remember, most of these guys, if they have seen Skeens, they've only seen him for a couple of at-bats. So I expect Skeens to have pretty smooth sailing that first time through the order. Matt Olson, your batter. First pitch swinging, and he rattles it back to the backstop. It's 0-1. 3-game series here at PNC Park in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They play on Kentucky bluegrass. The 0-1, high and inside, 1-1. It's 325 down the left field corner. Right field 320, so pretty short porches there. But 383 left center, 375 in right center, 399 to dead center away. The 1-1 pitch is fouled back, 1-2. They show a capacity of 38,747, but is the 1-2 outside wide, 2-2. The all-time attendance record was back in 2015 in the postseason, October 7th, 2015, where they brought in a little over 40,000 standing room only tickets. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt, and it's a full count to Matt Olson. They opened this park way back in 2001. Seems like it's been around even longer than that. It's one of my favorite parks. The payoff pitch. Swing, rips it towards right field. Get up, get up, get up. And that ball is off the wall. It's going to be a 2-out double for Matt Olson. So Matt Olson wasn't scared of a little velo coming in. Very confusing if you're watching along at home.
Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
The top of that wall that looks like it would be out of bounds in a home run. You actually have to get it over that blue wall where it hit at the top of it. There's a fence there that separates the scoreboard and the very top of that wall where the fans can look through. Drake Baldwin, the batter, first pitch, fouls it back. His first look at Paul Skeens, and vice versa with Skeens to Drake. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Of course, Matt Olson coming off a great wraparound series versus the Mets this weekend, hitting 4 home runs in the series. The 0-1. Up top, misses high. 1-1. Drake Baldwin hit his first career grand slam against the Metropolitans on Sunday. A lot of offense on Sunday and Monday. Just couldn't get a W. Good to see you, Sleepy Toe. I think I saw Willis in here too. The 1-1. High and up top. It's ball 2-1. Iron Lung in here. Yeah, he's already playing hooky. He told the office, I'll be right back. The 2-1 pitch. Skeens flips it back behind Olsen at second base. Olsen said something. I don't know what he said to Triolo, but I think he was clowning around with them, basically saying, you really think I'm going to steal with 2 outs? The 2-1 to Drake, high and out of the zone, ball 3-1. I think if Harris hadn't have gotten injured, he would have been starting as well, but it was right when those votes started calculating. The 3-1 pitch. Outside, high and wide, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first base. Good at bat there by the Drake.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the
Welcome
Drake.
in, Robert
Could you
McCormick.
not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Mauricio Dubon, the batter. Righty-righty matchup. The first pitch is off the plate. Davis trying to frame it, didn't get the call. It's 1-0. 1-0. Turns and kicks. Swings, slices it towards right field. That should get down. That will. 1 run will score, and your Atlanta Braves lead it 1-0. Good piece of hitting there by Mauricio Dubon as the sun starts to peer out of the clouds here at PNC Park near the Allegheny River. And your Atlanta Braves take a 1-run lead. Just as he came to bat, the sun started to come out. They'd had quite a bit of cloud coverage. So the sun is in the outfield right now. The infield is in the shade. First pitch upstairs to Dominic Smith. Man, we could get a hit from him, get him off the... He's been kind of scuffling a little bit. Definitely has had a power outage of late. The 0-1 to Dominic. Swing and a miss. Chase the splitter off the plate. Dominic Smith, your designated hitter today. Month of June hit just 179. He's at 211 here in July. The 0-2 pitch, swing. Rolls it over to first, and that's going to be an easy out. That'll end the inning and end the rally. But not before your Atlanta Braves put one on the board. 1-0 good, guys. Hurst and Waldrop, Gumdrop coming to the hill when we return.
Boston, it's the worst blizzard in decades. You boys are sleeping. I'm getting busy.
Bro, get some friends. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'd rather my son be a nerd than a cool motherfucker in jail.
Bowing out in a blaze of glory is one of the gridiron's all-time greats, Otto Graham, who for the second consecutive year rises to spectacular heights to pilot the Cleveland Browns to football's World Championship. Cleveland Browns, the defending world champions, are competing in their 6th consecutive title game. Graham, one of football's all-time great quarterbacks, came out of retirement to lead the Browns to the title. This, Otto Graham transforms the interception into a lightning strike for a touchdown. Graham's long passes taken in full stride by Danny Lavelli for a sensational 6 point. And Otto Graham ends his long and illustrious career, one of the most spectacular in football history, as he jogs off the gridiron for the final time to the plaudits of Los Angeles fans by a resounding 38-14 score.
I love when someone's like, don't throw that away, sell it. I'm sorry, who are you talking to? You must not know. I barely have enough energy to shower every day. Like I'm hanging on by a thread. I'm not going to set up a photo shoot for my blender so I can make $7.
Number 7. Tom Glavine won 2 Cy Young Awards in his career and finished in the top 3 4 other times.
Glavine's the left-hander who was just such a competitor and an athlete.
Tom Glavine would never give in, and he was stubborn.
Very good at making the pitch when he needed to get the big out.
Glavine has been masterful tonight.
Location was the most important thing, not velocity.
Got him inside corner, inning over.
Oh, that's a good pitch.
Strikeout number 10 for Tom Glavine.
300 wins for Tom Glavine.
The ultimate professional. He went about his business. He did things the right way. He worked his tail off, and good things came to him.
Pull up a chair and grab a cold one. Your home for the classic call, Radio Baseball. Hurston Waldrop coming to the hill. A 3.68 ERA, just 7 innings pitched this 2026 season in the major leagues. The first pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Move this backwards. I don't know what the heck happened here. Tell that umpire to get his big butt out of the way. At the 0-1. Down and in, 1-1. 1-1 count. Hurston Waldrop has a 5-pitch mix. Is the 1-1 pitch. Cutter misses. 2-1. Leans on that sinker 40% of the time. Splitter 27% of the time. The cutter 13, slider 11, and curveball 9. The 2-1 pitch down and in. Well, that'll put the first man on base with the leadoff hit by pitch as the ball rolls towards the dugout. And there's one on and nobody out. Connor Griffin going to the IL today for Pittsburgh. It's a shame that he went to the IL right before he played him. I would have liked for y'all to have seen him play. He was the top prospect in baseball when he came up this year. The first pitch on the way, swung on, roasted into right field, and that's through for a base hit. And Waldrop is in trouble here with 2 on and nobody out. Bottom of the first. Left to right across the outfield for your Atlanta Braves. It'll be Dubon, Harris, Yastrzemski. Round the horn third to first. Riley, Jim Jarvis, Ozzie, and Olsen. The Drake is behind the plate, and of course Hurston is on the hill. Brian Reynolds, the batter, first pitch swinging. Way out in front of that slider. It's 0-1. Infield back into the right, double play depth. The 0-1 from Waldrop. Swing and a miss. Down and in. 0-2. He's gone slider to start this at bat. Reynolds with a .282 average, 13 home runs. So you got to be careful here. The 0-2 to Brian Reynolds. Tried to get and chase that slider a third time. This time he spit on it, and it's 1-2. One-two count. Guy who's been involved in a lot of trade talks over the years, never has been moved. The 1-2. Splitter misses down and away, and it is 2-2. Brian Reynolds, 6'2", 210-pounder, 31-year-old, out of Baltimore, Maryland. Played his college ball with the Commodores at Vanderbilt in Nashville, Tennessee. The 2-2 from Waldrop. Slider misses outside in a full count. So he started up 0-2. Good to see you, Ladarius. Started off 0-2, and now he's run the count full. And standing on deck is Valdez, the cleanup hitter. Still nobody out. The payoff pitch. Nowhere near the zone. Ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Ducks all over the pond. Drake Baldwin catching today as Dominic Smith, the DH. And trouble brewing here is the Pirates. First pitch, high and inside, nowhere near the zone. Waldrop. It's 1-0. A little surprised they didn't go out there and talk to him after running the bases loaded, but guess they're going to let him twist in the wind a little bit. The 1-0. Swing, chopper. Bangs it off the plate, 1-1. 1-1 count is Merlin Valdez batting .310 on the year. The 1-1 dropped a splitter in there at the knees, 1-2. It's from the Dominican Republic. Young prospect, 22-year-old. Steps out of the box. Batting .310 and has 6 home runs on the year. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Baldwin was able to block it with his chest protector, and that'll even it up at 2-2. With that splitter again, his splitter's just not hitting the zone. He's going wide, he's going down and away. Drake might have to just throw that one away for the rest of the inning until he can figure it out. The 2-2 pitch, check swing. Did he go around? They check down the line. He did not, and the bases are loaded. It's a full count. The bases are loaded. And he's in danger of walking a run in. The payoff pitch, swing, hammers it down the third base line, but foul. Braves lead at 1-0, but Waldrop has yet to record an out. This will be pitch 18 of the inning, and he brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strike out there from Hurston Waldrop. And there's one away. Now a double play can get you out of the jam. Good to see you, Chop Shop, Tunnel Cakes. Righty-lefty matchup now. Ryan O'Hearn, dangerous power hitter at the plate. First pitch swinging. Bangs it high and out of play over the third base dugout. It's 0-1. O'Hearn batting .284 on the year, and he has 13 home runs. The 0-1 pitch. With that splitter again, Drake keeps dialing that up, and it's just not working. He's got to throw that away. That ball was in the dirt. It wasn't even particularly close. You get a pitch that's not working, especially with the young guy like that, just get rid of it until the next inning. The 1-1 pitch, swing, threw it again, and it's gone. A grand slam, hanging splitter, and the Pirates lead it 4-1. The O'Hearn's 14th home run of the year as he collects 4 RBIs, and that thing was a cement mixer. Honest engine, that thing's downright embarrassing to throw on the major league level. You cannot throw that. Very few of those are ever going to come back. Time is called for some reason, not sure what it is. Home plate umpire. Vic Carapazza. Not sure what that was about because it didn't look like the batter called it. But anyways, we go back to work. First pitch swinging, roasts it through the infield, and it's a single, and still just 1 out here in the first inning. I mean, They keep showing the rotation on that pitch, and that thing is just wobbling. The reason why they call those things cement mixers. For you soccer fans, Switzerland has advanced against Colombia on penalty kicks 4-3. France and Morocco play tonight. So a mound visit out there. I mean, honestly, was Hefner in the crapper or something? Like, where was he during this whole thing? To let him go through that, and then especially after the grand slam. First pitch is high and outside, misses for a ball. It's 1-0. One on, one out. Double play can get you out of the mess. Inside, nowhere near the zone. Hurst and Waldrop going through it right now, 2-0. You got a feel for this kid. Callahan, the batter, batting .280, 3 home runs. Waldrop, 24 pitches. He can't find the plate. The pitch, swing, pops it up. And he'll get a gift swing there by Callahan. It'll be an F6 in your scorecard. And there's 2 down. Maybe if he can get out of this inning, he can regroup as Triolo comes to the plate. Triolo, the number 8 hitter. Davis is on deck. Righty, first pitch, smacks the black on the outer edge. Good slider there. It's 0-1. Sadly, there's not a lot you can do about this. You're going to have to let him figure it out because they need him right now. The 0-1. Swing, chopper on the ground over to third. Riley's got it. Fly throw. High throw by Riley, but a good grab by Olsen. And that'll end the inning. Let's get the hell out of this inning. We'll be back in a flash. Top of the second we go here in Braves country. Where do you come from? Where do you hail from?
You're in Braves country.
It's always great to hear where everybody's listening here in Braves country. We got here? Tipton, Georgia, Thompson, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, Virginia Beach, Gastonia, North Carolina, Live Oak, Florida. Philadelphia, Goldsboro, Wallflower. We're back to work, and the first pitch on the way. Skeens fires it down and away to Austin Riley, the leadoff batter for the second inning. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Four-seamer for a strike. 1-1. 1-1 count. Braves trail 4-1, top of the second inning. The pitch from Skeens. Swing, rifles it back foul. Just missed timing that one up. On deck is Yaz. Jarvis. He's in the hole. The number 9 hitter. The 1-2. Swing. Slaps the sweeper back out of play. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Atlanta. 4 runs, 3 hits. The big one was the grand slam. No errors for Pittsburgh. The 1-2 to Riley. Check swing. Said I guess they're saying he went around. It looked like he rang him up, but Riley should have challenged that. The way he punched that out, he called that a strike. Riley should have challenged it. I don't think he realized that. Terrible call by Vic Carapazza. That pitch was 2 or 3 inches down and away. How to bring the Yaz to the plate. First pitch swinging, pop up. Back out of play. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, pops it back out of foul out of play. 0-2. Diddy Fuentes as a starter is not going to happen this year. He's only got 2 pitches he can rely on consistently, and that's not starter strength, so that's why he's in the bullpen. And the Braves need him in the bullpen, too. You can't just start gutting your bullpen to put mid-starters out there. The 0-2 pitch. High and out of the zone, 1-2. He does well when he goes through the lineup one time, but when he comes back around, and you've only got 2 pitches, Major League batters, you got to have 3 to 4 pitches to be a starter nowadays. Most of them have 5 or 6. The 1-2. Upstairs misses high. 2-2. Two count. Turns and brings it. Outside wide. And it's a full count. Full count to Yaz. On deck is Jarvis, the number 9 hitter. The payoff pitch, swing, lifted. Into center field, but not very deep. Lazy fly ball into the glove of the center fielder Mangum. F8 in your scorecard, and there's 2 away. Two down. Good to see a big truck. The run for Atlanta was an RBI single by Dubon, bringing home Olsen. First pitch swinging. Fouls it back. Out of play. It's 0-1. Jim Jarvis batting .200 on the year. The 0-1 pitch. Skings, 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Up top, swing and a whiff. 0-2. Phillies and Reds have just begun. It's 0-0 in the top of the first. The 0-2. Smacks it back. Out of play. And we'll do it again. Skeens is at 40 pitches. That's the one bright side of this 4-1 deficit. You can get him out of the game. The Pittsburgh bullpen is rated one of the lower ones in the National League. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well out in front of that slider, and that'll end the inning. Paul Skeens, his third strikeout of the night. We go to the bottom of the second. Hopefully Waldrop can get it together.
I'm going to just say this. I don't know who else feel like this, but people that love to play the lottery need their own store. They shouldn't sell lottery tickets at no gas station, because we here to get some gas, and you want to sit up there and talk about, I want a 10, a 20, a 3. Man, move your ass out the way. You got a better chance of getting struck by lightning than winning that lottery ticket.
See, the thing about raising your parents that's hard is you want to pop up, because I'm tired of having the same conversation over and over. How many times have I told you? Okay, and they was popping and whooping us, but now that I got to parent you, now we can't pop. Now it's time to gentle parent your parents. No, because y'all don't know how serious I am. I'm tired of having the same conversations over and over and over again. That's a scam email, okay? Nobody in Nigeria want to send you nothing. They don't. Why would they pick you? And I done told you the first time. Ain't no prince in Denmark trying to get you nothing. And take that medicine, because the doctor done said it, and then you be woozy, and then you got a headache, and we keep having the same thing over and over. I'm not going to take you to the doctor if you're not going to listen. If Johnny had 5 apples.
When you pitch for a team that had some of the best, it's easy to get overlooked. Case in point, Whitey Ford.
Whitey Ford, even though he's a Hall of Famer, people don't really talk about him as being an ace of a staff, but he was.
Whitey Ford was a pitcher, wasn't a power pitcher, just maybe the smartest pitcher that ever lived, with about 17 different pitches. He really had an array of pitches that were remarkable.
I learned how to throw from 3 different angles. I could throw sidearm to left-handers or 3/4, and I could throw straight overhand, curveball that went straight down.
Whitey could throw a curveball 3-0 over the plate. He could throw his curveball anytime he wanted.
His biggest asset out on the mound was to move the ball around, inside, low, and still be around the plate. Nobody ever really got a good shot at him.
Just get you out. That was his bag. He's going to get you out. They don't call him the chairman of the board for nothing.
That 2.75 ERA in the live ball era since 1920 is the best. Better than Seaver, better than Gibson, better than Sandy Koufax.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. First pitch to start the bottom of the second inning is a pop-up from the number 9 hitter, Henry Davis. It'll be a F5 foul territory. Riley making the catch, and there's one away. One up, one down. Mangum the batter. First pitch. Right there at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1 count. Right there for a strike. Look like the cutter. It's 0-2. The 0-2 from Waldrop. Splitter lifted high and deep down the line. Out of play. I'm telling you, he just does not have that pitch working. At some point, Drake Baldwin's got to recognize that and quit dialing it up. He's just hanging it. It was another cement mixer. Thankfully, this time, Mangum couldn't keep it straight, but he did give it a ride. The 0-2 pitch, swing. Bangs that splitter deep into the night. It's foul. Starting to think Drake's taking Pittsburgh on the run line. The 0-2 count. Swing, chopper. Back to the mound. Waldrop's got it. Fires it to first. Busting it down the line was Mangum. They'll get him by about a step, maybe step and a half, 2 down. 3-1 in your score, 1-3 in your scorecard. Two up, 2 down. Brandon Lowe, the batter, the designated hitter, first pitch. Splitter hanging high in the zone again. This time misses off the plate. It's 1-0. Braves will have the top of the order due up in the top of the third. 1-0. Misses high, ball 2-2-0. 2-0 count. Punches the sinker there on the inside track. 2-1. Zach Wheeler's on the mound for Philadelphia tonight against the Reds. You don't expect a ton of help from Cincinnati, but Christopher Sanchez, maybe we can get one of those starts like he had yesterday, giving up 9 earned runs. Sliders bang foul down the line. That'll make it 2-2. The 2-2 from Waldrop. Swing. Slices it towards short. Backhanded by Jarvis. JJ flips it to Olsen, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the second we go here in Braves country.
Afternoon, everybody.
What a day. I use a drink. Nothing like a cold one after a long day, huh?
So, how much do you drink? I think I'm good for about 10 or 12.
10 or 12 a week? That's not bad.
About a week.
You drink 10 or 12 beers a day?
You counting beers, too?
How reckless of me. I made you all wet.
Yes, but my martini's still dry.
She turned out to be a part-time model and a full-time pickpocket. Oh, yeah. I've been known to drink a beer or two. But then again, I've been known to do a lot of things.
You drinking anymore?
Oh, me? No, I quit drinking, dude.
You're never gonna drink again? Nope. You wanna stop at the bar by the Chinese restaurant? Just get a quick shot, me and you, and then we'll go? Yeah, the bar they got in the back.
Oh, the Chinese bar? Okay. What's shaking?
All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins.
I thought you said they didn't have alcohol.
Run back to your mix master. Cook up a few more of these.
Cigarette?
No, I never touch them.
Yeah. I suck them down like Coca-Cola.
I expose people to magic. I expose them to something they're never otherwise going to see in their boring, normal lives. And I gave that to them. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their lives. And that's a gift, man.
One of the women said that she was afraid she might OD.
I thought that was a limit drop. I didn't think it was tequila.
What's that got to do with me?
You and me are gonna have a small talk later on.
I'll be busy thinking of things to say.
Doesn't your wife ever complain that you never spend any time with her?
Would you?
Could you keep it down to a low roar? Some of us have to work.
Put that money down, pal.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
There goes the 2 weeks at camp. I promised the kids this summer.
My birthday, give me a beer, stick a candle in it, and I'll blow out my liver.
Here's to feeling good all the time.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
This crowd's back into it now.
Four to 1 your score. Michael Harris II leading us off against Paul Skeens. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled back out of play. Splitter off the edge. It's 0-1. He's been chasing that splitter. That's the pitch that got him the first at bat. The 0-1. Another splitter, bangs it back foul. Another one off the plate. It's 0-2. I mean, if you're Skeens, you're going to keep throwing that until he makes you do something else. So we're Reds fans this week. At least the first part of the week. Then we turn into Tigers fans. The Phillies are on the road in Cincinnati and Detroit. The 0-2 count. Swing, golfs it. High and deep into right field. And get down. That ball's got eyes. That ball gets down where the green grass grows. A leadoff double by Money Mike.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Little razzle-dazzle into the corner. Here comes Ozzie Albies. Ozzie Albies struck out his first time up. First pitch from Skeens is dragged foul down the first base side. Antoine Richardson, the first base coach, will toss it into the dugout. It's 0-1. We're keeping an eye on that Philadelphia-Cincinnati game for you. It's still 0-0 there in the bottom of the first with the Reds batting. The 0-1 to Ozzie. Swing. Hammers it down the first base line, but foul. 0-2. Oh, 2 count. Down below the knees, 1-2. The 1-2 to Ozzie. Swing. Laces it towards center field. That's down for a base hit. Here comes Michael Harris around to score, and the Atlanta Braves have cut this to a 2-run lead. Good piece of hitting there by the Wiz.
I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
Not a hard hit ball, just kind of laced it out there. Dropped it over the infield and in front of the center fielder, Mangum. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch upstairs. Called for a strike. To Matt Olson. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing. Lifts it. Into left field, but just got underneath that one. He'll give it a ride, but it'll be a long out number 1. F7 if you're scoring at home. Olson knew at the moment it left his bat, he didn't have enough of it. The plate, who walked his first time up. Braves had a little bit of a 2-out magic in the in the first inning. We put Olson and Baldwin on with 2 outs as the first pitch to Baldwin is a splitter outside wide. Lifts it high and out of play. It's 0-1. Dubon came home with the single to make it 1-0. A grand slam by the Pirates made it 4-1 in the bottom of the first, and Braves just scored moments ago. RBI single by by Ozzie to bring home Harris. The 0-1 four-seamer called for a strike. 0-2. The 0-2 count. Swing, pops it up. Into right field. That'll keep everybody put. F9. 2 down. 2 down, and Dubon will come to the plate. Dominic Smith on deck. Righty first pitch, and Dubon steps out of the box as the pitch is on the way. It's 0-1. He does that a lot. It is odd. You'll see guys do that when they have like 3-ball counts, a 3-0 count, and they're going to take all the way. They'll step out in the middle of the pitch, but he does it to start it at bat. The 0-1. Slices it foul and out of play. It's 0-2. No one's ever going to ask him about that, but I would love to know the reason why he does that, because it doesn't seem like strategically that's going to do anything for you. The 0-2 count. Ozzie at first. If anything gets down into the gap, it should score a run. They're going to flip it over there to keep Ozzie close by. If we can keep the line moving, Smith is on deck. Riley's in the hole. Braves with 4 hits and 2 runs. Pittsburgh with 4 runs and 3 hits. The 0-2. Down and away. And 1-2. Skeens, by the way, as we are sitting here in the top of the 3rd inning, where you want to be about 45 leaving the inning. He is about to throw number 57. Pitch is lifted, but Back foul. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. We'll do it again. So you can get into this bullpen pretty quickly. There's some runs to be had out there. The 1-2 count. Swing, slices it again. Foul back out of play as the sun starts to set here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Braves come in 52-37 on the year, 25-19 on the road. Pittsburgh 46-45 and 23-22 at home. The 1-2 count. Outside wide. Good take there by Dubon. That sweeper just missed the spot. 2-2. Infield back and to the left. Outfield fairly deep and straight away. The pitch. Punches it back foul. Went with the sweeper again. And we'll do it again. The 2-2 to Dubon. Skeen cranks it up and caught looking, strike 3. Punched him out there with the fastball. That'll end the inning. But not for your Atlanta Braves. Put one on the board. It's a 2-run game. We go to the bottom of the third, trailing by 2 here in Braves.
I'm Charles Daniels. For years, we've been taking you to villages like this and showing you the heartbreak of families whose only mistake was being born poor. They need your help. And for only
$2.99
a month, you can provide
the Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
Ask for more. Sorry? Ask for more money. Why are you starting so low?
Don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
As you can see, these villagers are desperate for your help, so don't hesitate. Dial the number and send over
$2.99
a month. That's all we need.
Start higher. I know, right?
$2.99
a month. May not sound like a lot, but it can mean so much to
Braves Country Radio.
It's not even a round number. I'm just saying, why not start at
$2.99
a month? That's all these people need to survive. And they'd be so lucky and appreciative to get it. So for the price of a cup of coffee.
You talk about all they need to send is the bare minimum to keep us alive.
How you gonna save our lives with only 39 cents? Because I'm trying to do the math in my head, but I just can't see it.
$2.99
a month. This is plenty.
He keeps saying
$2.99
a month. Why you keep saying
for the price of a cup of coffee?
Why it can't be the price of an Arizona iced tea?
Because it's not the price of an Arizona. It's got to be coffee.
It don't though.
Plus, coffee is way more expensive than
$2.99.
You know, for a starving village, you people have a lot of energy.
Hey, how much was that coffee?
It doesn't matter.
I bet you don't even know what country you in.
I do know what country I'm in.
What country you at? What country you at?
Braves Country Radio.
All right,
Hey, if you want to see this cheap-ass white man again, you better send us
$2.99
a month cash right now.
Welcome back. The 1-0 count from Herson Waldrop fires it in there. Slider for a strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1. Misses splitter. Ball 2-1. Two-one count. Sinker misses. Ball 3-1. Herson Waldrop struggled with command tonight. The 3-1 pitch. Swing. Chopper down the first baseline, and it's a full count. 4-2 your score. Bottom of the third inning. The payoff pitch. Nowhere near the zone, ball 4. So Waldrop, his second walk of the day, will send the leadoff man down to first once again. Third inning in a row that the the second of the third innings that the leadoff man has gotten on. First pitch to Valdez, outside wide, sinker misses for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0 to Valdez. 46th pitch of the game. Misses a spot again. The 2-0 pitch, swing, pops it up. Will it stay in play? It will not. 2-1. Valdez struck out his first time up right before O'Hearn cleared the bases with the grand slam, making it 4-1. Braves have grabbed a run back to make it 4-2. The 2-1 pitch, swing, hits up the middle, and that ball's going to be off the glove of Ozzie Albies, and everybody's going to be safe. They'll probably score that as an infield single, but honest engine, that should be an E4. If he fields that cleanly, he's going to be able to flip it to Jarvis with no problem. And they are giving it a single, but that's just a bad call by the hometown scorer there. At any rate, it's 2 on and nobody out. And O'Hearn, who's already hit one home run, takes the first pitch. Outside, high and wide, it's 1-0. Going with that splitter again. He is just hell-bound and determined to throw Ryan O'Hearn these splitters. The 1-0. Below the knees, sinker misses, 2-0. Two-0 count, 4-2 your score. The pitch, swing, belted, high and deep, and she gone. Throws another cement mixer, and it's 7-2 Pittsburgh. Seven to 2 your score. 415 feet jammed right down his throat. He has over 800 feet of home runs tonight. And Ryan O'Hearn, on top of that, 7 RBIs and 2 home runs. Righty-righty matchup, first pitch right there at the knees. Gonzalez takes it for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Down and away. 1-1. So 1-1 count. Right there for a strike, 1-2. Hurst and Waldrop getting absolutely clubbed. Still nobody out. Bottom of the third. He's coughed up 7 earned runs, 5 hits, 2 home runs. He's only struck out 1. The 1-2 pitch. Swing, chopper over to Riley. Riley flips it across the infield. It would be 5-3, and there's your first out of the inning. Callahan, the batter, He'll swing at the first cutter and foul it down the first base side. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Turns and kicks. Punches a splitter on the inside. Another hanger, but he got the strike. It's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, swing. Grounds it over to short. Jarvis has it. Olsen grabs it. And there's 2 down. Two up, 2 down. First pitch showing bunt. Pops it up. Back out of play. 0-1. Yeah, dog. You would hope he would head back to the minors, but they're planning on him pitching the last game of the first half on Sunday. The 0-1 pitch, outside wide. 1-1. Really feel like they ought to send him down and give J.R. Ritchie a chance on Sunday. The 1-1 pitch, swing, chopper down the third base line. Riley barehands it, but has no chance, and it'll be an infield single for the Pirates. Henry Davis, the number 9 hitter in the order, coming to the plate. First pitch, down below the knees, nowhere near the zone. It's 1-0. Runner at first, 2 out, 7-2 your score. Still a lot of time left to get back in this, but they got to stop the bleeding. The 1-0. Outer edge misses, 2-0. Good chance we're going to see Connor Thomas tonight. The 2-0 pitch. Swing. Bangs it down the third base line, 2-1. He was just brought up after they sent Owen Murphy back down. Only thing when they say stuff like that in their first response is the 2-1 inside. Drake is challenging this right now. It's a 3-1 count. Looked like it hit the edge. It did. Top of the zone. The 2-2. Inside. Ball 3, 3-2. The payoff pitch misses out of the zone, ball 4. So he walks Triolo down to the first base. And the top of the order back up there for a third time in the third inning as Mangum. And Hefner out there to talk to Waldrop. I mean, he's got to be about cooked. He's at 67 pitches. We're in the third inning. I know they'd like to at least get another inning out of him, but it's not looking good. He is just not have it tonight. Two on, 2 out. 126 years ago today, Boston Beaninger, which is the Braves organization, Kid Nichols took only 9 seasons to get his 300th victory today. First pitch high and out of the zone. Misses for a ball, nowhere near it. Pitch out territory, it's 1-0. He would finish with 361 wins during his 15-year career. Youngest player to ever accomplish. I don't think that ever gets beat. 1-0 pitch, swing, chops it on the ground over to second. Ozzy's got it, flips it to Olsen. And the Braves trail by 5 as we go to the 4th. Braves 2, Pittsburgh 7. We'll be back in a flash.
What's for dinner? Hey, Chef, what's for dinner?
My favorite. What's for dinner? Get in my belly!
Blob, the Blob, Blob Barker, Blob of the Hut, and Rub-a-Dub Chub.
What do you want for dinner?
I don't care.
One large jambalaya, please.
Jambalaya? Think he can't fit through doorway.
Oh, this is fantastic.
You got my shirt at the big and tall shop? When did I make the crossover? I can't feel my hands.
You gonna eat your cornbread? It's the wood that makes it good.
Oh my God, I'm fatter than the skipper.
No and then! And then! No and then! And then! No and then! And then! No and then! And then!
I refuse to play your Chinese food mind games.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah, Chinese food seems kind of complicated. Well, maybe for a less experienced chef.
That ketchup?
It's just a base. You don't understand cooking.
Hey, you know what? I just figured out what I want for dinner. A nice hot bowl of shredded stew.
Gazpacho, por favor.
Por favor?
I'm part Spanish.
Adios, muchacho.
Maybe you're getting cheese ball syndrome.
I love broccoli. It's good for you.
Then maybe you'd like to have a piece.
Vile weed!
Hurry up and munch those fries. We've got to get back to work soon.
One large crab bisque to go.
You want bread? You're pushing your luck, little man.
You know what? I'm sorry. I've had shredded stew before, and it sure as diddly didn't taste like that.
I'll tell you what, a refill on this delicious exotic tea.
That's duck sauce.
It is good.
We're trying to lose weight.
Fatty McButterpants.
Lay off there, I'm starving.
I'm gonna order us some pizza.
A little neighborhood joint called Domino's.
Domino's?
Everybody enjoying the food so far?
Oh my God, yes. We're gonna come tomorrow night and every other night for the rest of our lives.
Oh, and don't cheap out on the tip. We all know you're loaded now.
What's for dinner?
Welcome back. Dominic Smith, the batter, as we start the inning. First pitch fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. Skeens back to work. The 0-1. Outside wide. 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing pop up. And Smith will be recorded on an F6. 1 away. 3 innings, 7 earned runs for Waldrop. 6 hits, just 1 strikeout and 3 walks. Skeens has 4 strikeouts so far, 1 walk, 4 hits, 2 earned. First pitch on the way to Austin Riley is swung on, hit deep in the hole. That's going to be a long throw, and Austin Riley will beat it out for an infield single to get us going here in the top of the 4th inning. Good hustle there by Austin Riley. It's a pretty good throw across the diamond. It's impressive that Riley beat that out.
You're my boy, Blue!
Just beat it out.
Blue, you're my boy!
He was crossing the bag as the ball was coming across. It's amazing that ball didn't hit Riley's leg going by and get us an extra base. First pitch to the Yaz is swung on and chopped on the ground. That's going to be a 4-6-3 rally killing double play. So the Yaz spits the bit. We go to the bottom of the 4th, trailing by 5 here in Braves country.
A blonde is on a business trip for the very first time, and she checks into the hotel. It's at night, and she goes up to her room and goes to bed. And then the next morning, her colleague notices that she's not there and didn't show up for work. So he gives her a call on her cell phone, and he said, "Where are you?" And she said, "I am stuck in this room. I can't get out." And he's like, "What do you mean stuck?" And she said, "Well, one door leads to the bathroom, and the other one, it says do not disturb."
Please tell me how the hell do the hard shell tacos last through the factory, the delivery truck, the store shelves, the bagging, me getting home, me cooking my meat, and the minute I go to put my meat inside of it, that starts sprinkling like confetti. Are you serious? I did not want nachos. And I know in your mind you're thinking, tacos, nachos, same thing. No, it's not. Have you ever tried to make a Doritos Locos Tacos at the house? That is some work. I done hand cut these tomatoes up. I have shredded this lettuce. I have cut up my onions. And I've made my own salsa from scratch. And you know I'm lying. So I don't even know why you believe that for the first 2 seconds. But the point still is this right here. I just want to eat a taco with a flat bottom. That's it. I'm not asking for too much. Before y'all be like, oh, it's just because y'all eating them off-brands. Or mine never crumble. You're a liar and I don't care. This conversation over with. Let's just say, long story short, or short story long, I will just get the Tostitos scoops from now on. Thank you.
Number 5. For many of his 24 seasons, Steve Carlton was one of the best. The man they called Lefty was always looking to get even better. In '72, he won 27 of the Phillies' 59 triumphs that year and the pitching triple crown.
He had such great work ethics. He knew how to use his pitches. His stuff was just dominant.
Good breaking pitch. The breaking pitch gets him.
It looked like a strike on the inner third of the plate, and it dropped down to the back foot of the right-handed hitter.
He's out on strikes.
His fastball complemented his slider perfect.
Steve Carlton finished his Hall of Fame career with 329 wins and 4 Cy Young Awards.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and Hurston Waldrop's back out there. Whether you like it or not, first pitch is curveball there, first strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss over the top. 0-2. 0-2 count. Meanwhile, Phillies clocking the Reds 3-0 in the 3rd. Schwarber just hit another home run. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. One-two count, swing and a miss, strike 3. One down. One up, one down. Brian Reynolds coming to the plate. First pitch, right there for a strike. They're going to challenge that, I believe. And it definitely missed. We'll wait for the official ABS challenge. It's 1-0. Hard to believe it took this long, but a little over 100 years ago is the 1-0 pitch. Swing, chopper down the line, foul. 1-1. 1923, on July 7th, so 103 years ago today, the Cleveland Indians became the first American League team to score a run in every inning. 1-1, inside to them. Now, they did not play the 9th because the game was at home. But they scored 27 runs in 8 innings. The 2-1 pitch. Misses altogether, 3-1. Three-1 count, down and in, ball 4. So Waldrop loses another one. Fourth walk on the day for Hurston. First pitch swinging here from Valdez. He'll ground it foul down the third base line. It's 0-1. The 0-1 count. Sinker below the knees, 1-1. Hurston Waldrop is at 80 pitches now. Pitch on the way. Just grabs the inner edge. Does not get the call. 2-1. Might have been a little too close to challenge there. It did look like it might have touched. The 2-1 count. 3-1. Another slider. He's probably just ran out of gas, but now his slider's not hitting. He's all but abandoned that sinker that never caught tonight. The 3-1 pitch, swing, chopper down the line, foul, full count. Payoff pitch to Valdez. Down below the knees, ball 4. So O'Hearn, who already has 2 home runs, a grand slam and a 3-run shot, he has 7 RBIs on the day. He is coming to the plate. I think it's just going to be easier to hit that son of a gun. That's what I would tell old Drake. Connor Thomas is warming up in the pen, so I think that's what we're going to get here. Waiting for the actual move. And here comes Walt Weiss. They're trying to buy some time. Well, at least they're not going to leave that kid out to dry because he doesn't need to give up 10 runs to this guy. 7-2 your score. Like I said, I would have been in full favor just hitting him and going to the next guy. We'll be back in a flash. Trailing by 5 here in Braves country. Welcome back. Well, let's see what this sucker's got. Connor Thomas, the southpaw 28-year-old, drafted by the Cardinals in 2019. He's from Tifton, Georgia, played his ball at Georgia Tech, so he's a homegrown kid. He's got a 1.54 ERA down in the minors this year. First pitch on the way. Whistles they call that a sinker. That thing really came in like a wiffle ball pitch. It's 1-0. The 1-0 to O'Hearn. Right there on the inner track. Just missed, I guess. Looked like it hit the spot. In fact, it did after they showed it a second time. 2-0. 2-0 count. Swing chopper. Olsen's got it. He'll underhand it to Thomas. Thomas will step on the bag. And there's 2 down. Runners at first and second go to second and third. That does get us an out away from getting out of this inning. He's only played for the Milwaukee Brewers in the major leagues. He threw 5 1/3 innings. 12 runs, 12 hits. Good night, Irene. A 20.25 ERA. First pitch on the way is a changeup off the edge outside. It's 0-1. Let's see, was that all in one outing? The 0-1. Drags it foul. 0-2. No, he got the start. Well, I don't know if it was a start or not. He logged 2 innings of work on March 29th, right around opening day of last year against the Yankees. 2 innings and 8 earned runs. And they brought him back 5 days later against Cincinnati, 3 innings, 4 earned runs, and that was it. The 0-2. Out wide, 1-2. It's usually not a good sign because if Milwaukee can't fix you, who can? But let's see what he's got here. You never know. It might have been just mechanical. The 1-2 misses high. Ball 2, 2-2. See, he's been in the minors for quite some time before even coming up last year. Drafted in 2019. The 2-2 pitch, swing. Bangs it back foul, and we'll do it one more time. The 2-2 count. Upstairs. Drake wants to challenge this one. This one looked a touch high, but hopefully he gets the call. You can see it right there on your screen. He hasn't been too good with the ABS challenges. Oh, that one's nowhere near the zone.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
So that'll cost the Braves a challenge.
You're wrong.
Hopefully not something that comes into play later. The payoff pitch. Swing. Smacks it on the ground. Ozzy's got it. Flips it to Olsen. That'll get us out of the inning. So evidently Ryan O'Hearn can be retired and we can keep them off the board. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Trailing by 5 here in Braves country.
War's over, man. Drop the big one.
Well, since when are you the quitting kind?
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. And it ain't over now. Who's with me? Let's go!
I don't have to tell you things are bad. It's depression. Everybody's scared. Punks are running wild in the street. The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. I want you to get mad.
Will you fight? No! We will run! And we will live.
Shame on you. This could be the greatest night of our lives. You're gonna let it be the worst.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen.
Wretched slugs. Don't any of you have the guts to play for blood?
I'm your huckleberry.
I'll put you out of your misery.
Say wham.
You gotta say, damn it, my life has value. And I'm gonna stay right here and fight for this lost cause.
Intruder.
Yes, you're an intruder. I was having a perfectly nice trip until you walked into my life.
Hey! I'm just lying around.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Right. Psychotic, but absolutely right. We gotta take these bastards.
Are they yelling in Atlanta?
Are they yelling in Atlanta?
I'm as mad as hell!
They're yelling in Atlanta?
Son of a We struck the mother load! I'm mad as hell! I'm mad as hell!
I'm not gonna take it anymore!
And this crowd's back into it now.
I didn't think you had it in you.
You look like somebody just walked over your grave. Play for blood, remember?
Like I missed something.
Yeah, we're all officially kicked out of school.
That makes sense.
Welcome back. First pitch to Jim Jarvis to start the top of the fifth inning. Right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Jarvis. Swing. Lifts it into right field. That's down for a base hit. And Jim Jarvis gets us going here in the top of the fifth inning. Time to take the fifth. Wake up, get up, Braves country.
Hitting? Not about muscle. It's simple physics. Calculate the velocity V in relation to the trajectory T, in which G, gravity, of course, remains a constant. It's not complicated.
So, righty-lefty matchup here. First pitch to Michael Harris. It's called for a strike. He's challenging this. What the hell is he doing? That was right there on the zone, and the Braves are out of challenges.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
The 0-1 to Harris. Outside wide. Did he chase it? They said he went around. Not sure about that one. It's 0-2. Braves out of challenges. The 0-2 pitch. Misses in the dirt, 1-2. The 1-2. Infield back into the right. The pitch on the way. Swing. Hit up the middle. And that ball is going to go over to second. A leaping throw by Callahan. But Money Mike beats it out for an infield single. Great hustle by Harris to keep the Braves line moving here. Hit them where they ain't.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle-dazzle.
Not the hardest hit ball that Harris has had in recent memory, but it'll look like a base rip in the scorecard tomorrow. And we got 2 on and nobody out. First pitch to Ozzie Albies with the heart of the order coming to the plate is right there on the outer edge. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Infield back into the right, outfield deep and straight away. The 1-0, swing, slices it backwards, foul, 1-1. Matt Olson stands on deck. Drake Baldwin, now representing the tying run, is in the hole. If you can just chip away at this, you don't have to all get it back at once. The 1-1 to Ozzie, swing, pop up. Well, that ain't going to get it done. Lazy fly ball, shallow left field. The shortstop Triolo will make the grab. F6 in your scorecard, and there's one down. One up, one down. Matt Olson to the plate. He's had some pretty good swings tonight. First pitch to Olsen. Outside wide, changeup misses. It's 1-0. Way off the mark. Sweeper misses. Ball 2-0. Drake Baldwin stands on deck. Dubon in the hole. 1 down. 2 outs. Or excuse me, 1 down, 2 on. Top of the 5th. The 2-0 pitch. Swing! Got a piece of it. Bangs it off. Looked like it went in and out of the glove of Henry Davis. Foul tip, 2-1. The 2-1 to Olsen. Swing, rips it over to first. That's going to be a 3-6-1 rally killing double play. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Just like that, the air out of the balloon. Braves trail 7-2.
If you are driving around with some illegal substances, simply put it in a sealed box. That has your address on it because cops aren't allowed to open up your mail.
I'm feeling rather betrayed right now. So I have my usual coffee shop. I'm a regular there. The people know me, I know them, right? My boy never told me that there is a punch card. It's only nine drinks to get a free drink. Your 10th one free. I go there 3 to 4 times a week. I could have run through at least 10 of those already. Y'all are dead to me. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Till then, dead to me.
Excuse me. Is anyone sitting there?
No.
Is anyone sitting there?
No.
Is anyone sitting there?
No.
You got no friends.
Carl Hubbell was probably the greatest pitcher of his time. He had the trickiest pitch that any batter had ever seen, which was the screwball.
A pitch which was a reverse curve. The pitch would dive down into the feet of left-handed hitters and away from right-handed hitters.
It was that screwball which he threw with such brilliant precision that made him the top left-hander of his day.
To me, Carl's the greatest pitcher that I've ever seen. If there was any particular ball game to win and you needed it, I think Carl was the man to have on your side to win that important ball game.
Carl Hubbell. They nicknamed him the meal ticket.
Well, the Giants punched that meal ticket to the tune of 3 pennants and a World Series title. And along the way, Hubbell captured 2 MVP awards, the only NL pitcher ever to receive that honor.
He pitched 18 innings one time, beat the Cardinals 1-0. To me, that's a great pitcher.
Not only had he struck out 5 All-Stars consecutively and under pressure, it was the resounding names: Ruth, Gehrig, Fox, Simmons, Cronin. These were not ordinary hitters.
It is still the greatest performance in the history of All-Star games.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Connor Thomas back out there for the Braves. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and popped up high in the sky. Underneath it is the Yaz, and that'll be a quick 2-pitch out here to start the bottom of the 5th. Jared Triolo coming to the plate. First pitch swinging, rolls it on the ground. Riley's got it, spins, fires to first, and a perfect laser over to Olsen. 2 down, 5-3 on the scorecard. Hurston Waldrop finished with 3 1/3, 6 hits, 7 earned, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts. By far his worst performance as a major leaguer. It's going to drive his ERA up to 8.44. And if you have him in fantasy baseball like I do, ouch. First pitch is upstairs. Fires it for a strike. It's 0-1. My dynasty league is in shambles right now. I don't even want to look at that scoreboard. The 0-1. Same two teams tomorrow night, 6:40 first pitch. Grant Holmes on the bump versus Jared Jones. Braves ought to have the advantage in that pitching matchup as the 0-1 pitch pops it up. And that's going to be an easy, quick 1-2-3. We'll go to the 6th inning, trailing by 5. Seems that we're down by a lot more than what we really are.
If you tell me there's going to be food when we get there and I get there and they have a shitticle board or whatever it's called, with the board with the stuff on it, I ain't doing it. That's going to take me to the 3rd level to piss me off. Everybody's fingered everything, and there's a rule in life. If you finger it, you eat it. That's a rule in life. I feel like everybody should live by this rule. If you finger some fruit, eat it. Don't move it out of the way for a bigger piece. I'm going to Whataburger and getting me a triple meat, and I'm going to sit down like a grown man. That's what I'm going to do.
Why do we call the toilet the loo? Well, that all started off in France, really. And if you can think back in the good old days when we used to do our wheeze and poos in chamber pots, we used to open the window and throw it out the window. And the French used to give a friendly warning in case anyone was down below. And they'd say, garde l'eau, which meant watch out for the water, or the wee. And that's where it originated from, garde l'eau. And then it went into l'eau, water, and English people nicknamed it loo. So that's where it come from the French.
When the season started, I wasn't the number 1 catcher. I was the number 3 catcher. But within a short period of time, I got a chance to play, and I played the rest of the year.
The Rookie of the Year, Fisk also won a Gold Glove that season and established himself as a force for the Red Sox for years to come.
Fisk became the first of a new generation of receivers that were different than all those who came before him when he first came up.
Pudge brought fire to the Sox, something that was more than evident during the 1975 season.
Ball never touched it.
Boston also got quite an influx of talent that year from rookie outfielders Jim Rice and Fred Lynn, who played like veterans.
Lynn and Rice just dominated throughout the year, both of them head-to-head, and became the Gold Dust Twins.
They also became the first pair of rookies to hit 300 with 20 home runs and 100 RBIs and helped the Sox to a first-place finish.
Thank you for hyping and subscribing to BCR, your home for radio baseball. Skeens back to work. We go to the 6th inning. First pitch to Drake. It's upstairs, misses high for a ball. It's 1-0. Most likely, this would be Skeens' last inning unless the Braves are extremely quick on these at-bats. He's standing at 80 pitches to start the inning. The 1-0. Swing and a miss up top. 1-1. Yeah, it seems like with those 2 massive home runs that the Braves ought to be down by a ton, but 5 runs with this offense really is not that insurmountable considering the Pirates bullpen. The 1-1 pitch upstairs, misses high and out of the zone. Ball 2-1. It'll be Drake Baldwin, Dubon, and Dominic Smith if anybody gets on Austin Riley. Braves have put 2 on. They've gotten 7 hits already. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. 97 miles an hour up in the kitchen. The 2-2. Kicks and grips. Swing pops it up. High out to left field, and that'll be an F7 in your scorecard, and there's one away. 1 up, 1 down. Mauricio Dubon, the batter. Righty. 4-seam misses high and out wide. It's 1-0. Remember, game 3 of this series, it's a quick turnaround. So we play tomorrow night at 6:40, and then is the 1-0, swing and a miss. 4-seamer up top, 1-1. Thursday is a getaway day, a businessman special, as they used to call it that. I don't know if they still do. The 1-1 pitch, swing, rattled down the line, and that's a fair ball. Mauricio Dubon goes into third base. And it's a one-out double for Mauricio and your Atlanta Braves.
Pardon me, would you have any?
But of course. One of life's finer pleasures.
Smacked it down the line to get in scoring position with one out. Yeah, tomorrow's 6:40 and then 12:35 on Thursday. It's really strange there are no day games tomorrow in Major League Baseball unless something gets rained out. There's like a 3:45 game, and that's normally Wednesdays are when we normally try to do a doubleheader. But the 3:45 game, first of all, it's the Giants and the Blue Jays, so those teams are flailing. But the other thing is we just couldn't guarantee the game would be over with by the time the Braves start tomorrow. It starts almost 3 hours apart. It's 3:45 and the Braves start at 6:40, so we scratched that idea. Dominic Smith, the batter, first pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. He is not catching up with that fastball. He was well behind that one. The 0-1. Swing, chopper. Bangs a splitter on the ground, and Dubon will move to third, but there's two down. Two down and 89 pitches in for Skeens. Austin Riley, the batter. Austin struck out looking his first time up. Had an infield single his second time up. 1 for 2 on the day, batting .210 here in the first half of the season. First pitch to Austin is up high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Nothing else. You want to see Riley work this count. Make sure that this son of a gun leaves the ballpark or leaves the game after this inning. Take our chances with that Pittsburgh bullpen. The 1-0. Check swing. Did he go around? They said he did. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, swing. Pops it over the first base dugout. 1-2. Pittsburgh bullpen is ranked 21st in Major League Baseball via ERA. They're 23rd in WHIP, walks plus hits divided by innings pitched. The 1-2 pitch, change up, down and in, 2-2. They've got a pretty decent very back end of the bullpen, but to bridge that gap is where they usually run into trouble. The 2-2 count. Skeens rocks it, swing, fouls it back into the upper deck here at PNC Park, and it's 2-2 once again. The Braves still lead Major League Baseball, best bullpen in all of baseball with a 3.07 ERA. The 2-2 from Skeens. Swing, pop up, and over by the first base side, it's going to be an F3 in foul territory, and that'll end the inning. That'll probably end the outing for Skeens, a quality start, and he gets a standing ovation after having a couple of tough outings. Braves trail by 5. We go to the bottom of the 6th.
I'm not TikTok famous. I'm just an idiot with no shame and a phone.
I'm mediocre at absolutely everything, but at least I have the self-awareness to not enter myself into a competition that I am ill-equipped for and am going to end up being 14th. Am I off?
Yeah, you're off. You're big time off. She says that she's dating a guy, talking to a guy, whatever, and he bragged, kind of was telling her about himself and said that he went to the Olympic trials. She asked what place he got. He said 14th. 14th. at the Olympic trials. And she's like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. Why would you tell people that? And she says it gave her like the biggest ick. That's embarrassing for you. It would take forever for me to like make a spreadsheet based on every event at every Olympic trial event. But I just did some quick search. This is the men's 100 meters. First place finisher, 9.92. 14th place finisher, 10.15. That's nothing. It's not even a quarter of a second. This is the perfect example of, first of all, do a little research. Second of all, how out of touch and ignorant some people are.
By the skin of my teeth, that originated, it was a misquotation from a Bible passage in Job in the Old Testament. And it said, I escaped with the skin of my teeth.
As the season progressed, we stayed on top. And then finally we got to September, we were knocking everybody out.
Lynn also scored a 1-2 punch by becoming the first player ever to win both the Rookie of the Year and the MVP awards in the same season.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, to be the first guy to ever have done that.
More importantly, postseason baseball was back at Fenway, though the Sox would be facing an Oakland dynasty looking for their 4th straight ring.
They had won 3 successive titles, basically the same club.
Do you feel the A's experience is going to be a big factor in this? Well, Tony, there's no question about it.
And we were that young upstart team from New England playing all the big boys.
I hate to break it to you, but after I say what the second time, I'm just going to pretend like I hear what you say.
Bottom of the 6th we go. They're giving handshakes and high fives to Paul Skeens in the dugout. So his night is through. Maybe the Braves can crack on into this lead, trailing 7-2, bottom of the 6th. We'll see who they go to out of the pen. Lefty-righty matchup is Thomas delivers another pitch down the heart of the plate, fouled back, 92-mile-an-hour four-seamer. It's 0-1. Connor Thomas coming on for Waldrop. He's thrown 1 2/3 innings so far, the 0-1. Down and in. 1-1. And they'll probably use him at least till the end of this inning. They may even take him into the 7th, and then we'll see him go back down. As the pitch on the way, swung on and slapped into center field. And it's a leadoff single for the Pirates, top of the order, and Mangum. Paul Skeens finishes with 6 innings, 8 hits, 2 earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. So a low strikeout total for Skeens. But he fared much better than Hurston Waldrop, who gave up 7 earned. They were all via the home run. A grand slam and a 3-run homer, both by Ryan O'Hearn. Pitch is fouled back. Lowe, the batter, the designated hitter. It's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup, runner at first, nobody out. The 0-1. Drops a sweeper down and away. 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Misses down and out, 2-1. The 2-1 from Thomas. 4-seam misses. Way out wide, and it is 3-1. Standing on deck is Reynolds. Lowe's 1 for 3 on the day. He struck out swinging his last time up. The 3-1 pitch swing. Chops it off the glove of Thomas, and Jim Jarvis can't get the handle, and it's going to be an infield single for the Pirates. Thomas basically saying, my bad. He knows he should have left that alone. He leaves that alone. That's probably a double play. If he just leaves that ball alone, Thomas is standing right there. He'd have stepped on the bag and easily would have gotten the man at first. So Brian Reynolds, the batter, first pitch, drops the change up there at the knees. It's 0-1. Some nights it just doesn't go your way. Brian Reynolds, 3 walks, 2 runs. Switch hitting left fielder. The 0-1 swing. Knocks it foul. 0-2. Looked like it might have got a piece of him. Believe they've got, I think that's Majinski warming up in the bullpen, the former starter that threw up quite a temper tantrum when they put him into the bullpen. And they've ironed that out, I guess, but he'll be coming in for Paul Skeens, it looks like. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt, 1-2. 1-2 count. Braves trail 7-2. Nobody out here with 2 on. The 1-2 from Thomas. Changeup misses down and away, 2-2. Man, this tarps off thing has really taken Major League Baseball by storm this summer. The 2-2 pitch, swing lifted, high and deep into right field, going back on the track at the wall, making the catch is the Yaz for a loud out number 1, but on the play, the runner at third scampers down, runner second scampers down to third, runners on the corners and 1 out. They panned a shot to the nosebleeds there in Pittsburgh. There's got to be 200-300 kids up there with the tarps off. They're just, I say kids, most of them are grown men, but they're having a ball. That's for sure. This is a baseball summer for sure. Runners on the corners, 1 out. First pitch swinging, and the bat is going to lift it out into left field. Here comes the throw from Dubon, and Mangle will stay put. The runner from first will move up to second. 2 down. The bat went flying. I couldn't tell if that was a broken bat or if he just lost the grip. Either way, it's an F7 in your scorecard. Have to see a replay of that. You don't think it was a broken bat because normally the ball can't get that far on a broken bat, but it just went flying, and it's odd when a guy's actually made contact like that. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch right there for a strike to Ryan O'Hearn. Uh-oh. It's 0-1. Ruh-roh, Raggy. 2 home runs, 7 RBIs so far. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. One count. Down and away, 2-1. About time for James Ray to chime in with his famous phrase. I wouldn't mind seeing it tonight, James. The way this game has started. The 2-1 pitch in the dirt. Ball gets away, but not quite enough for the runners to advance. They'll stay at second and third. On deck is Gonzalez. It's a 3-1 count. Man, this guy's already planted 2 home runs. Are we going to go the Juan Soto route and try to challenge him here? The 3-1 pitch, swing blasted. High and deep, and man, did I call it. Did I call it or did I call it? Ryan O'Hearn just smacked a 3-run home run. His 3rd home run of the night. Walt Weiss still hasn't learned his lesson. And it's 10-2. (10-2) your score. You're down 3-1 count to a guy who's already hit 2 home runs. You just pitch him away. You pitch him out and away. Instead, they tried to hang a hook in there, and he smacked it down his throat. 10-2. First pitch, swung on, swatted back foul. It's 0-1. Well, at this point, you just have to let Thomas eat as many innings as you can. The 0-1 pitch, swing. Popped up to right field, jogging over, making the catch is Diaz, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the top of the 7th, trailing by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here in Braves country.
To the people that park at gas pumps and then go in without getting gas and then come back out and sit in your car for 3 minutes to scratch off whatever you just bought, your mama's a dirty.
A pretty penny. Where does that one come from? Well, it comes from the meaning of pretty, meaning something quite large, and penny, meaning money. The expression's been around probably since the 1700s. I think George Orwell used the expression, the idiom, in one of his books, but that's what it means, a pretty penny, a large amount of money.
Stay away from people who care about politics too much. Stay away from people who make politics their entire personality. You know what you should do? Sip your coffee and mind your business like I do.
I do not like any bug that jumps, flies, crawls, square dance, macarena, none of it. I don't want you to have no legs, arms, wings. Matter of fact, don't even have no eyes. I don't want you to fly around me. I don't want you to breathe in the same air. You can fly. You can go to any destination in the world. Please don't let it be my house.
I feel like my dad just always knows the perfect thing to say. Like if I'm feeling very anxious about something, he's like, don't be. Okay.
The Red Sox played that underdog role quite nicely, sending a message to the mighty A's.
And we go in and we win the first 2 games.
Base hit by Fisk up the middle. Drill, base hit.
Everybody on the lineup hit. You just rolled right through them.
That ball is...
And we swept them away.
For the 6th time in its existence, Fenway Park was set to host a fall classic. This was big.
Going to World Series with Cincinnati Reds meant a lot, not only to the players, but all of New England.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Looking forward.
Welcome back. 10-2 your score. Two runs, 8 hits for Atlanta. 10 runs, 9 hits for Pittsburgh. The difference, 3 home runs, all by Ryan O'Hearn. 10 RBI, all by Ryan O'Hearn. And Majinski is coming on, Carmen Majinski, to face the Yaz. First pitch is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. 93 miles an hour. The way that exploded out of his hand, you thought it was 99. Yaz must have been sitting on the braking stuff. The 0-2. Upstairs, caught looking, strike 3. Yaz is pausing there. I think he's thinking he's going to challenge. He ain't going to challenge. We're out of challenges. The Major League Baseball record for the most RBIs by a single player in a single game is held by Jim Bottomley and Mark Whitten. Bottomley did it in 1924. Mark Whitten for the St. Louis Cardinals in 1993. Both guys are St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch was right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Tony Lazzeri also had 11 for the Yankees in 1936, and Phil Weintraub of the Giants in 1944 had 11. The 0-1, swing and a miss over the top. It's 0-2. Mark Whitten's 12 RBI performance. I remember that one. I did not realize it's been as long as it has. It seems like it was yesterday, but 1993, he had 4 home runs that day. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. 1-2 count, so we could see history because he should make it up to the plate one more time. The 1-2, swing, chopper off the home plate, and Jarvis once again 1-2, standing on deck, the top of the order. They might have to get a few base hits, but he should bat one more time. The 1-2. Upstairs, misses high, 2-2. To the yes, swing. Or excuse me, to Jarvis, swing. Dribbles it towards second. It's going to be a 4-3 putout. Jarvis and Callahan almost collide. And 2 down, bringing Michael Harris the second to the plate. Righty lefty. Michael Harris takes the first pitch out wide for a ball. It's 1-0. All right, I was double checking. I thought for sure I'd be going up against Ryan O'Hearn in fantasy. The 1-0 upstairs, misses high. Anytime I call a game like this, it's inevitable. I'll look at the app later and go, son of a... The 2-0. Right there for a strike, 2-1. Curious how much that would equate to in our league. The 2-1 pitch. Sinker right there for a strike. 2-1. The 2-2, swing, chopper off the plate. Where's Coco at? It's O'Hearn's on his team. He's got him on the bench. The 2-2 pitch, swing, lifts it out to left field. Running in, making the sliding catch out there. Why not? Everything else has gone against us to end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to get up and stretch, Braves country. Get up and slap somebody. We're trailing 10-2. Welcome back. Lefty-lefty matchup to start off the inning. As Thomas misses for a ball, it's 1-0. The 1-0 fouls it away, 1-1. They're going to give Drake the seat, trailing by this much. Joey Bart coming in behind the plate. The 1-1 count. Swing, lifts it. Out into left center field. It's down for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for the Pirates. You know, if they're trying to work Kyle Farmer into catch, and they've been doing it down on the farm, why not let him catch a few innings of a 10-2 game and leave Joey Bart out of this? I mean, honestly. See what he can do to get a better idea. Infield back into the left. First pitch is inside. Taken for a ball, it's 1-0. Thomas, 40 pitches. And he is a reliever down on the farm, so I don't know how long they're going to have him throw, but 40 pitches, third inning of work. The 1-0. Right there for a strike, 1-1. Philly leads Cincinnati 3-0, bottom of the sixth. 1-1. This is outside, 2-1. Two-one count. Infield back into the left. Pitch on the way. Misses ball 3-1. If this score holds and the other score holds, Philly will be within 2 games of the Atlanta Braves when you wake up tomorrow morning. They'll still be, as the 3-1 misses, and that'll put the runner down at first and second, nobody out. There'll still be 3 losses in front of the Phillies. There'll be 1 win in front of the Phillies. Philly came into today 50-41, the Braves 52-37. First pitch swinging, sliced it down the line foul. It's 0-1. Marlins lead the Mariners 4-2. That is in the bottom of the 7th, so bad news there as well. The 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup, infield back, double play depth. Drops the changeup below the knees, 1-1. One. Cutter banged down the third base line, but foul. 1-2. You got Davis at the plate, nobody out. O'Hearn is batting 5th in the order. So he may come up this inning, but he'll definitely get up by the end of the game. The 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, 2-2. Ronald Acuna Jr. is expected to possibly go out on a rehab assignment next week and could be back around the beginning of the All-Star break on the second half. And they're saying that Suarez, not so much. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 1 down. They're hoping Robert Suarez will be back within about a week or 2 of the All-Star break. My guess is beginning of August is when you can start looking for him. But it kind of feels like if this is all going on, you need to go make some moves and go get some whatever bullpen depth you're thinking. Get it sooner than later because you're wearing down the guys you do have. First pitch, foul back out of play. It's 0-1. The 0-1 count. First and second, one out. Sinker. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, swing, lifted. Into center field, deep center field. Harris is there. He'll make the grab, and out number 2. Runners in the corners and 2 outs as the runner at second tag up and move down to third. And Thomas set to face low. On deck is Reynolds. First pitch. Tries that sweeper there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. He's not what you would consider a high leverage guy, but honestly, Connor Thomas has done a pretty good job tonight. I wouldn't mind seeing him hanging around, but you know they're going to send him down with this many pitches on him as the 0-1 fouls it back. It's 0-2. But if they call him back up in the near future, at least you know what you got here. You got a guy he's not a guy that's going to blow you away. He sits in the low 90s, but he's got pretty good movement on his pitches. He's only struck out the one batter, but it seems like he's a guy that pitches to contact and relies on his defense. The 0-2, outside wide 1-2. Majinski, he's getting a long break sitting over there. Maybe he'll come out rusty and clock a couple of grand slams, get back in this baby. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, come on! That was a strike. Didn't get the call, and we're out of ABS challenges. I don't know about you, Peter, but I have turned it into a drinking game. The 2-2 count. Swing. Smokes it up the middle, and that's going to be 11-2. RBI single. th hit of the night for the Pirates. 11th run of the night for the Pirates. And they lead by 9. So 2 on and 2 out. And that'll bring the right-handed bat. Brannigan up to the plate. He's in for Reynolds. It's 0-1, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. I don't know why, but when that move was made, bringing Brannigan in for the Reynolds, it froze up every single one of the MLB scoreboards that we have during the game. The 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. It's a good thing I had the roster in front of me because MLB, ESPN, and the TSN, none of them know what to do when Brannigan come in the game. We'll go to the 8th inning, whether you like it or not, here in Pittsburgh.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses.
Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink. When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody. Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salad.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
This is total BS!
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Lord. You gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you'll probably see a double.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
We go to the top of the 8th inning. And all kinds of funny stuff going on. Farmer's going to be coming in for Ozzie Albies. Bart is behind the plate, as you know. Drake Baldwin. Azakar's in left for Dubon. For Pittsburgh, Brannigan's in for Reynolds. Gonzalez is in for... No, excuse me. I think that's it for Pittsburgh. First pitch on the way from Majinski. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Kyle Farmer digging in. The pitch on the way. Swing. Rolls it through the infield, but he's going to get thrown out. He may not be a catcher yet, but he sure runs like one. 4-3 on the putout. 1 away. Second baseman over there. Callahan slid. He had time to get back up and then toss it to first base lightly as Farmer jogged down the path. Matt Olson, the batter, he's 1 for 3 on the night. Scored one of the Braves' 2 only runs. Righty, lefty, first pitch, out wide. This is for a ball, it's 1-0. 1-0. Upstairs for a strike, 1-1. One count. Turns and kicks. Swing, fouls it straight back. 1-2. Same 2 teams tomorrow night. 6:40 first pitch. It'll be Grant Holmes versus Jared Jones. And then Bryce Elder comes back for the first time in a long time on Thursday morning. 12:35 first pitch there. The 1-2 to Olsen. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. 2 down. Joey Bart, the batter, in for Drake Baldwin. These are just to give everybody time with the game being a blowout, just so everybody knows, none of these have been reported as injuries. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch upstairs, right there for a strike. It's 0-1. You got to figure you're going to get some really big strike zones now with the game 11-2. Ryan O'Hearn will be due up in the next inning. I believe he's batting second in the inning. So we'll see if he can make history. Valdez will have to get on for him to be able to make history and get that 12th RBI. He could still make history just by hitting a 4th home run. The 1-1 pitch, swing, and another soft roller over towards second, and another catcher speed getting thrown out, 4-3. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th and see if O'Hearn can dial in some Major League Baseball history when we return.
I love how pharmacies will be like, pick up your meds, pick up your meds, pick up your meds. And then you rush there and you're like, hi, I'm here to pick up my meds. And they're like, no, we don't have anything. We don't have anything. Get out. You start to panic. You're like, it's really important. They're like, calm down, calm down. You're like, stop telling me to calm down. I'm off my meds.
One luxury that I will never, ever, ever deny myself is YouTube Premium. I have had YouTube Premium since like 2015. And I just cannot go back. I've seen people complaining about how like YouTube is really revving it up with like all the ads and the commercials and stuff. And I honestly have no clue what y'all are talking about because I don't see ads. I don't see commercials. All I see is YouTube. It's to the point where if I'm at somebody's house or we're just all hanging out watching something on YouTube, we have to log into my account because I don't want to see those Ford truck commercials interrupting the video. I don't watch Peasant 2, all right? I don't want them ads in front of my eyes. It's offensive. Also, with YouTube Premium, you get YouTube Music, which in my opinion is the superior streaming platform. YouTube Music is better than Apple, Spotify, everybody. Like, YouTube Premium is just that girl.
Warren Spahn was a marvel to behold.
He was an artist. It was very easy catching Warren Spahn because he had such great control.
What a pitcher he was, and boy, his record proves it.
Spahn pitched more innings than any other lefty and won more games than any pitcher since 1920. His 13 20-win seasons are simply astounding.
He had a book on every hitter long before anybody had a book on anybody.
Spahn led the league in wins 8 times. He didn't pitch his first full season until he was 26.
I enjoyed every minute, and I wouldn't change a thing.
Pull up a chair and grab a cold one. You're home for the classic call, Radio Baseball. Welcome back. Well, this is going to make it interesting. Not only is he going for a 4th home run, Jorge Mateo's pitching. First pitch is in ball. Misses 1-0, the 1-0. Down and in, 2-0. The 2-0 count. Swing, fouls it back. Ryan O'Hearn, 3 home runs. And 10 RBI, a home run away and 2 RBI away from the MLB records. Pitch in the dirt, 2-1. 3-1 fastball, so they call it full count. So a full count from Mateo. Brings it up there and inside, almost gets him with the Ephus pitch. And it's ball 4, which means that Ryan O'Hearn has a chance to tie Major League history in RBIs and home runs here. And we're going to pull this screen back just in case he does do it. Want you to be able to see it. The crowd is on their feet. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing. Smacks it on the ground. It goes through the infield, but it will not be a home run. It's going to be a single. And they'll go first to third. And there's still nobody out. So he still collects his 4th hit of the day. But no home run. O'Hearn will come out for a pinch runner, and he'll get a standing ovation. And why the hell not? It's not every day you do that. 4 for 5, 3 home runs and 10 RBI. First pitch on the way, swung on and dropped it into left field, and it's down for a base hit. And the Pirates lead 12-2. Pitch on the way from Mateo's high and out of the zone, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Right there for a strike, 1-1. Wonder if you can get a better look at what he's doing from the pitcher's angle. For some reason, the action camera's not working correctly. The 1-2 from Mateo. Nah, I guess you can't really see it. Smacks it back foul. It wasn't until we started doing things on YouTube that I ended up going to YouTube Premium. And I did not know that it was all encompassing. As the 1-2 pitch is lifted into center field, down for a base hit. RBI single, and the Pirates go station to station, leading 12-2 and nobody out. But I didn't know it was all encompassing, and you got the music along with it and all that, and you could have the push down if you're using the app on the phone. And that whole time I'd been rocking Spotify, had no idea this was going on. And all I could think of when I finally switched over is, why the hell does YouTube not let you know all this stuff? First pitch swinging is going to get knocked into center field. It'll be a lazy fly ball, shallow center field. F8, runners will stay put, 1 away. But I just feel like they do a terrible job of advertising that when you get that premium, not only do you not get the commercials on YouTube, but you get all the music, and the push down thing is huge. Pitch down and away for a ball, it's 1-0. Because for those who don't know what I'm talking about, when you have premium, you can have your phone closed, you can have the app pushed down, and it'll still play. If you don't have premium, it'll stop. So you have to have the screen constantly open. So it saves your battery, but then also I use YouTube for all kinds of stuff, music and for talk shows when I'm at work. And I listen through my earbud and just have the phone in my pocket. Fouls it off his instep. 1-2 count. 12-2 your score. Pitch inside. I hate Walt Weiss right now for putting Mateo in. I get it. He's trying to save the bullpen, but my God, this is boring. The 2-2 pitch, swing, chops it on the ground. 6, 4, 3. Mercy killing, a twin killing, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the 9th. And I'll play it anyways, but what are the chances we get 10 runs?
We're a team. One person struggles, we all struggle. One player triumphs, we all triumph.
Well, since when are you the quitting kind?
I don't know. I just don't see the point anymore.
Want to talk about our opponent?
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself.
They're bigger, faster, stronger, and on paper, they're just better, and they know it too. But I want to tell you something that they don't know. They don't know your heart. I do. I've seen it. You have shown it to me. You have shown yourselves just exactly who you are. When you take that field, you've got to lay that heart on the line. From the soles of your feet, with every ounce of blood you've got, lay it on the line, and if you do that, you cannot lose. We cannot be defeated. How you play today, from this moment on, is how you will be remembered.
Hey! What's this lying around? Well, what are we supposed to do, you moron?
What? Over? Did you say over? Where's the spirit? Where's the guts? Huh? Oh, we're afraid to go with you. We might get in trouble. Well, just kick my from now on! Not me! I'm not gonna take this!
This is your opportunity to rise from these ashes and grab glory.
Nothing is over until we decide it is! Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no! It ain't over now! Because when the going gets tough, the toughs get going! Who's with me?
Could fight him with conventional weapons. That could take years. I think we have to go all out.
Want to talk about our opponent?
He's a dead man!
This situation absolutely requires
Our opponent.
Dead!
a really futile and stupid gesture be done on somebody's part.
Our opponent.
Dead! We're just the guys to do it. Let's go!
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Excuse me. Gotta take my first step toward the Hall of Fame.
And this crowd's back into it now.
Personally, I think we got hosed on that call.
Welcome back. First pitch swinging by Jose Azocar as we start the inning. Hunter Stratton, ex-Atlanta Brave that we DFA'd, out to Pittsburgh. Swing and a miss for a strike. It's 0-1. He was actually a part of the trade that brought Joey Bart to Atlanta, and Hunter Stratton went to Pittsburgh, if you remember that a few weeks ago. One count. Upstairs for a strike, 1-2. The 1-2. Swing, slices it into right field, and it's through for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Azocar and your Atlanta Braves. Dominic Smith, the batter, first pitch. Called for a strike on the outer half. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Way outside wide, 1-1. Game one of a 3-game set. Tomorrow night's game, 6:40. Thursday morning, afternoon, depending on what time zone you're in, 12:35 Eastern. And then we head to St. Louis, the 1-1 pitch. Outside wide, 2-1. The 2-1 swing, hard hit ball, trying to pull a double play. Will he get it? A 4-6-3 attempted at the putout. They do get the lead runner, 1 down. That was a long, wild throw by Gonzalez, considering you're up by 10. Dominic barely beat that out. He is a slow runner, but man, if he airmails that, that's usually the types of things that start a big inning. Austin Riley, the batter. 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch right there for a strike. Four-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour. It's 0-1. The 0-1 to Riley. 96 mile an hour four-seamer. 1-1. Pittsburgh 12, Atlanta 2. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Cutter down and away. 1-2. The 1-2 from Stratton. Misses high and inside. 2-2. Good news is they can only force you to play 9 of these innings tonight. And Pittsburgh won't come up to bat. The 2-2. Swing, rips it into left center field. That's down for a base hit. Could be extra bases. Here comes the throw to the infield. Kind of a soft throw to the infield, and it is. It's a one-out double for Riley.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
You got to take the little things out of these types of drubbings. Riley 2 for 4 on the night. Maybe that gets his bat going, but I got to see it to believe it. We've been tempted with these fates too many times this year. First pitch to the Yaz is right down the pipe for a strike. Four-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour. It's 0-1. Braves it'll be a late pitch on Friday, 8:15 in St. Louis, as they are on Central Time. Is the 0-1. Upstairs, slider, 0-2. Saturday, more what we're used to at 7:15 first pitch. Though they're not saying that it's a national game on Fox, it may be one of their backup plans, so I guess that's why they're starting it at that time. And then on Sunday, a strange one, 2:15, but that's normal for St. Louis Sunday baseball. We've been playing the Cardinals a lot on the last day of the year recently. The 0-2, first half of the year. The 0-2 pitch, swing, rips it. That ball's down for a base hit, and that should bring Dominic Smith home. Riley comes home, and it's 12-4.
Yes, put everything on it. Don't hold back anything. Yabba, dabba, do. Yahoo!
First pitch swinging by Jim Jarvis, knocks it on the ground, and it'll be a 5-3 putout, 2 down. Yaz moves from first to second. Braves trail 12-4, and we're down to our final out. Michael Harris, the second, now due up. Farmer on deck. Olsen in the hole. Trailing 12-4, Austin Riley represents the tying run, who just crossed home plate. First pitch is down below the knees for a ball. It's 1-0. They're going to challenge this. ABS challenge. And they'll lose that challenge.
Wrong, wrong, wrong.
Missed by about 0.1 inch.
Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
The 1-0 to Harris. Pops it up. Flare towards center field, but a backpedaling catch by Triolo will end the inning and the game, and the Braves mercifully are done with this nonsense. 12-4 your final.
This sucks, and it's horse but I'm too polite to say anything, because I'm a class act.
There isn't anything to do. We're done. We're licked. What'll they do to us? Right now, we're caught as we're wanted. If it's amusement you're after, I guess the game's up.
Man, it's all over with.
Oh, what a loser!
So goodbye, everybody, and remember, please, for the next day or so, the terrible lesson you learned tonight.
Oh no! We suck again!
4 runs, 11 hits, no errors for Atlanta. 12 runs, 14 hits. No errors for Pittsburgh. And, of course, the player of the game for the Pittsburgh side, that is Ryan O'Hearn. 4 for 5, 3 home runs, 3 runs scored, and 10 RBIs. Unbelievable night, one he'll talk about for the rest of his life. Ryan O'Hearn, the Pittsburgh Pirates, will go to 47 and 45. The Braves will drop to 52 and 38. And we'll be back at it tomorrow. Grant Holmes on the hill. Give us a better chance of winning, you would think. And we'll be going head-to-head versus Jared Jones. Coming on the air at 6:15 tomorrow. We'll see you then. Try not to think about this one, Braves Country. Burn that tape! Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar. like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. "Kill him! Kill the umpire!" shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball. And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.